We send out Magnezone looking for a very aggressive Volt Switch farm down. We are going to shield once. The opponent throw an Ancient Power. That would be resisted, but let's not kid ourselves. Magnezone absolutely does not resist anything. The opponent now send out Wigglytuff. There's no baiting. We go straight for the first Wild Charge. Wigglytuff, invest that Protect Shield. The second Wild Charge is going to vanquish this pesky Charmer back to the Pokeball. Welcome back to the channel, aka the home of Shadow Pokemon, and today one of our members here on YouTube, Ben, has submitted some triple Shadow battles, and I am super hyped to shoutcast them, because not only are we going to be taking a look at the buffed Shadow Magnezone, we're also taking a look at Shadow Zapdos in an ABA electric strategy. Rounding the team off, we're going to have Shadow Kanto Ninetales. This season it did get access to Scorching Sands, however, no Scorching Sands is going to be on display today, which is going to open up the door for surprise boom after surprise boom, as 0 people are going to be ready for that Overheat nuke. If you're a fan of my content, don't forget to smash that like button. It would do me a huge favour and I will be eternally grateful. Without any further ado, let's get into the battles. And in game 1 we had Shadow Zapdos into Ferrothorn, a great matchup for Zapdos. Ben, recognising the opponent's probably ABA weak to Zapdos, caught the Power Whip onto Kanto Ninetales, drawing out the Flying Toilet. Ben, with shield advantage, shields up the Weather Wall. He then over farms, full sends that Overheat. This is resisted, but my god, does it do a lot of damage. Overheat is such a good move. It's actually a Leaf Storm clone. The only move in the entire PvP world that hits harder is V-Create. Unless your name's Victini, you don't have access to it. Ben sends out Zapdos. We get the Thunder Shock farm down, back out. Comes Ferrothorn. We go straight for the Drill Peck. Drill Peck forces the final Protect Shield. Ben can match shields. Does the opponent full send the Thunder? They actually YOLO the Flash Cannon, which would be resisted, but Zapdos, made of absolute paper, would have took a lot of resisted damage. Ben now over farms, fires off the Drill Peck, securing the knockout. The opponent's final Pokemon is a Alolan Ninetales. Ben commits to the Thunderbolt, looking for the Zapdos sweep. Unfortunately, we die at the move, but this is going to be a G to the G. Ninetales fires off the Weather Ball. Magnezone shrugs it off, makes the Mirror Shot, and that's going to be all she wrote. GG's, and thanks for playing. In the next battle, we pick up a fairly decent lead. I say fairly decent because we're an electric type and Tentacruel is a water type. However, the poison jab's tearing us apart. Ben forces protection with the Drill Peck. The opponent over farms, allowing Zapdos to make Drill Peck number 2, and Tentacruel already down deep into the red. Ben thinking about calling the Acid Spray. Last second we commit a shield on the Skull, and the opponent pivot out into Hariyama, looking for the aggressive counter farm down. Zapdos says no, makes the Drill Peck. Drill Peck near one shots. We snipe with the Fire Spin. Back out comes Tentacruel, but Tentacruel's in danger of getting farmed down. Ninetales gets the resisted Fire Spin farm down. The opponent's final Pokemon is Galarian Weezing. We bait with the Weather Ball. The opponent invests that Protect Shield and then concede the match. Boo, Mr. Opponent. Moving on to the next one. We see the Battle of Shadow Flyers. I need to address something right now. Jamie Rant incoming. Shadow Zapdos is currently ranked as the 23rd best flyer in the Great League. Glide score ranked 6th. That's fair enough. It's pretty good. However, if you're telling me that fucking XL Rufflet's better than Shadow Zapdos, you are tripping. Ben makes a savage catch of the Night Slash onto his Ninetales. The opponent then sending Metachan, and if the opponent don't know about that Overheat coverage, my god, are they about to find out. We full send the Overheat, get absolutely wrecked Metachan. Everyone's favourite basic bitch fighter was straight in and straight out. Back out comes Gliscor. They get the wing attack farm down. However, they're so solo. We send in Zapdos. We Thunder Shock farm down, and that's going to be all she wrote. In the next battle, we see the Battle of Glass Cannons. Zapdos gonna strike first, gain an early shield advantage with the Drill Peck. The opponent actually sack it. Hello, trainer. What the heck is going on? Shadow Zapdos hits like an absolute truck. Haxorus can't tank a hit for shit, and the opponent didn't respect the damage. Oh, I'm in shambles. The opponent's final Pokemon is yet another Glass Cannon. We fire off the first Weather Ball, forcing a Protect Shield off Crobat. I've used Crobat time and time again, and let me tell you, this also can't tank a hit for shit. They get one shot with the Weather Ball, and the opponent concedes the match. Moving on to the next battle. Holy smokes, what a core breaker. Both Zapdos and Ninetales weak to rock. Ben say switches into Ninetales, sacrificing it to the Poke Gods. We do force a shield with the Weather Ball. However, the opponent does rock throw farm all the way down. Ben waits out his clock, sends in Magnezone. We see the instant shield deployed, respecting a potential earth power. The opponent bait with the ancient power. However, Magnezone, undeterred, gets the full Volt Switch farm down. The opponent send out Wigglytuff, and my god, Wigglytuff is not ready for a loaded Magnezone. The first Wild Charge forces the final Protect Shield. The second Wild Charge going to vanquish this stupid Charmer back to their Pokeball. We see the instant pivot from Ben, looking to reset his debuff. The opponent's got yet another Charmer in the back. Can Zapdos one-shot Slurpuff with the Thunderbolt? No, the opponent survives on 1 HP and a Dream, but 1 Volt Switch is enough to take that game. We see the battle of Glassy Electric types. Ben farms up, throws the Drill Peck on the CMP tie. We lose CMP, the opponent baits us with a lunge like an absolute savage. We return fire with the Drill Peck. Another person doesn't respect Zapdos. Ben then snipes with a Fire Spin. Too many people out there getting hyped on Gligar, forgetting who the real king of the sky is, the mighty Shadow Zapdos. The opponent sends out Nidoqueen, which could be a problem here. The opponent goes straight for a Poison Fang. We see Ben withstand the damage bait with a Weather Ball. Is Ben the best master baiter in the world? Yes, he is. We then farm up this time. We're not baiting, we're full sending the Overheat. Does the opponent respect the damage? Yet another big boom. The opponent saving their final shield for double. They come in, get the double kick farm down. Back out comes Zapdos. We fire off the Drill Peck. Drill Peck goes unshielded. We then see a savage catching the Body Slam onto Magnezone and sneaking a Volt Switch. That Body Slam was supposed to be resisted, but my god, did it not look like it. However, the Volt Switch damage is ridiculous. Ben shields up the next move, and we Volt Switch farm down and take that game. Who would have thought when you're running double electric with a fire type, you're going to find so many core breakers? Dragalge, a huge problem for this team. However, Ben farms up, throws the Drill Peck. The opponent continuing to farm up, allowing Zapdos to make Drill Peck number 2. So we've actually gained ourselves shield advantage. We then see the pivot into Magnezone. The opponent fires off the Aqua Tail. Aqua Tail does quite a lot of neutral damage, despite it not getting same type attack bonus and not being a particularly good move. Ben looking for the Volt Switch farm down. Do we get it? No, the opponent makes a move on 1 HP and a Dream. Ben now commits both Protect Shields to keep his Magnezone alive. However, we should be forcing shields back as Magnezone not messing around. Full sends the Wild Charge, forcing a Protect Shield of Metachan. We actually withstand the counter. Fire off Wild Charge number 2, and that does ridiculous damage. We send out Ninetales, and the opponent's got Azumarill in the back. We attempt to catch a move onto Zapdos. The opponent doesn't throw. And unfortunately, we'd need Solar Beam to win this game. Despite the opponent probably running Ice Beam and Play Rough, we're just not going to be able to output enough damage. We full send the Overheat that does quite a lot of damage. However, Azumarill outpaces us to the next charge move, and we're going to take a loss. What a lead. Zapdos into Hariyama. The opponent farm up some energy, pivot out into Wigglytuff. Zapdos looking to chip and dip with the Drill Peck. Drill Peck force a protection, we then see the pivot into the UFO. Magnezone throws the Mirror Shot on the CMP tie. The opponent actually choosing to 2-shield their Charmer, desperately trying to win back switch. We actually see the attack drop. Ben chooses to shield up the Disarming Voice, ensuring he maintains the correct alignment. Ben then over farms, fires off the Mirror Shot. Mirror Shot will be vanquishing Wigglytuff. Back to their Pokeball. Can we make a Wild Charge against Hariyama? Yes, we can. Can Hariyama tank a Wild Charge? It cannot. They get absolutely wrecked. The opponent's final Pokemon is Leafeon. We send in Ninetales. We then go for the Wham Bam combo play. Hitting them with that Big Mac and the fries. Drill Peck secures the dub. Moving on to the next one. Zapdos into Lucario. Tell me this opponent shields. Oh my god, this opponent doesn't shield either. I can't take much more of this. The opponent fires off the Blaze Kick, which almost one-shots us. We'll then see the Simul KO. K9 into the Bear Trap, Galarian Stunfisk. Ninetales going to strike first with the Weather Ball, forcing a Protect Shield. Ben with 2 Protect Shields. 2 high behind, going to invest one. The opponent YOLOs the Earthquake, then send out Togetic. Interestingly enough, they're using Extra Sensory as a quick move, not the play. We full send the Overheat. The opponent doesn't respect it. Yet another big boom. Holy crap. Ninetales still not done. Fires off the Weather Ball, forcing the final Protect Shield. Ben still with 1 Protect Shield, 2 high behind, going to save it for Magnezone. The opponent again, YOLO the Earthquake. They must be single move. Back out comes Zapdos. Zapdos farms up, fires off the Drill Peck. Drill Peck almost knocks out. We look to snipe with Magnezone. We sneak the Volt Switch. The opponent once again YOLO the Earthquake, confirming they probably were single moved, and we take that game. Zapdos into Obstagoon. Obstagoon goes straight for a Night Slash. Zapdos does tank it, although not particularly well. Ben farms up, looking to bait a potential Zap Cannon that some mad lads do run on Zapdos. We bait a Protect Shield. With the Drill Peck, the opponent gets greedy, allowing us to make the Thunderbolt. Obstagoon gets vanquished, back to their Pokeball. Let's go. We then see the pivot into Ninetales to answer this Charizard. Charizard fires off the Dragon Claw. Ninetales withstands the damage, and Ben again YOLO in the nuke. Does Charizard respect the overheat? No, the opponent shields. That would have done huge resisted damage. I think it probably would have took Charizard out, as Charizard's so glassy in the Great League. Ben looks to commit to the next overheat. We're actually going to shield up the next Dragon Claw. Does a debuffed overheat take care of Charizard? Surely not. Let's find out. Overheat, who was worried? Doesn't quite one-shot, but one more Fire Spin gets the job done. The opponent's final Pokemon is Venusaur. Magnezone does resist all moves. We fire off the Mirror Shot. Mirror Shot gets the attack drop. Frenzy Plant hits like a truck, but won't get the job done. The opponent actually go for that Sludge Bomb. For some reason, this is the early ranks. Who knows what people are thinking. We fire off the Wild Charge and take that game. Some more Shadow on Shadow crime. Zapdos going to go straight for the Drill Peck. Trainer, please shield. The opponent doesn't shield. They near get one shot. We look to snipe with the Fire Spin. Unfortunately, we don't quite get the snipe. We shield up the Aqua Tail. The opponent then pivot out into an XL Kanto Shadow Grimer. Is this Triple Shadow versus Triple Shadow? We fire off the Weather Ball, forcing a Protect Shield. Grimer has access to Mud Bomb. Mud Bomb one-shots, vanquishing us back to our Pokeball. We now find ourselves in the 1-to-1 shield. We send back out Zapdos. We make the Drill Peck. Drill Peck will be one-shot, and from this range, the opponent investor final Protect Shield is now all down to Magnezone. To sweep this game, we're going to need to shield up the Mud Bomb, as that would definitely one-shot us. Ben looks to farm up. The opponent make a savage catch, catching the Mirror Shot onto Dragonair. Well played, Mr. Opponent. Back out comes Grimer. They reach the Mud Bomb, and the opponent wins a very well played game. And unfortunately, we're not going to know if it was Triple Shadow versus Triple Shadow. Huge shout out to Ben for the incredible battle submission. My God, I was not prepared for that. You caught me off guard so many times. When you were messaging me, you should have told me to prepare for so many big booms, because that caught me sleeping. When I saw Ninetales listed on the team, I thought it'd be pretty cool to see how Scorching Sands performs in this meta. However, Ben, you wasn't running Scorching Sands. You were running that surprise nuke of Overheat. And my God, is that a good shout. If anyone is looking for a big boom Pokemon, I think Kanto Ninetales running Overheat is definitely one you can look at. Magnezone gaining access to Volt Switch is definitely advantageous, as it offers so much fast move pressure now. Ty's actually sent me some battles with Shadow Magnezone as well, running its new move of Volt Switch, which I will be bringing you later in the week. However, if you're enjoying the content, smash that like button if you're new, consider subscribing if you like your battles featured on my channel. My battle submission form is down below, and as always, a huge thank you to everyone for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.